Morning, y'all. Thank you so much for being supportive. And it is finally Friday. Thank you so much for y'all being so supportive and understanding through my grief process. It hasn't been the easiest, but I'm so appreciative to y'all, like a small community of people. So I'm going to do this five finger challenge story time that I talked about in the last video. So you see me reaching, doing this millennial reach for my camera because it's on a stand. It's because I can't find my remote. So let's begin. So with that being said, after trying to get myself together, 2018, I finally went back to school for medical assisting, get my associate's degree. However, I started seeing my ex less and less. He was my boyfriend at the time. We did get temporarily engaged, but that ended because of cheating. So I went through a lot with him, like over the past decade. It was just a lot of affairs, a lot of cheating, a lot of secrets, a lot of hurtful things that I didn't even know about. So with all that, it was just a whole convoluted mess. It was even worse that I ended up finding out he was messing with another person around 2018. So in 2018, I said started seeing him less and less and less. Didn't know what was going on. He kept saying he was tired because he was working as a lifeguard and going from pool to pools, I guess contracting type of thing. I was starting to work at a hardware store. It didn't work out. Another story time for that. But I found out he was in hotels and he was cheating on me. This girl didn't know who she was. I couldn't put two to two together because I only met her one time at a community reunion, and he was a friend of hers. But I did not know who she was. He kept saying it was her cousin. It was his cousin, saying over and over. Until one day he told me she OD'd and he was on the floor bawling. I'm like, this is a cousin you said you just met. Why are you on the floor? Oh, just bawling out because she OD'd on no on that. I'm gonna put it that way. So many of the things he had told me about her was very like she was being abused or something. Somebody was not treating her right, and he was trying to be there for her and try to get somebody to help her fix her car. She was doing a taxi business. She was doing massage therapy. I'm like, something doesn't seem right because she never comes up the stairs to the apartment to even say hi. And like at the time, I was living with my parents, so I was like, okay, what's going on? So on a day I had an interview with that hardware store, I ended up finding out I looked through his messages. I went not even his messages, his Facebook posts. She tagged him, same name and everything. This cousin tagged him saying she was so happy to sleep right beside him in the morning. And I'm like, what? So I confronted him because he was staying at his grandma's. We weren't living together anymore. He was at one point, but he got kicked out. That's another story time. And he said, it's nothing. It was nothing. I'm sorry. It was nothing. But it continued, especially through the summer of 2018. It continued. And during that time, it seemed like everything was getting back together. Like we were co parenting well to the point where we just get along, watch your videos, had a little drink. He went to take the kids to bed. Well, the kids were already in bed. He went to tell his bedtime story. All of a sudden, next thing you know, like I said, I was living with my parents. So my mom and my aunt came from a lounge, coming upstairs pissed off. And I'm trying to figure out why they pissed off. Turns out the girl is in my hallway looking for him because that was his fiance. So he didn't stop messing with her. It just kept going on and on and on. And at the time, I felt like, I was fighting back and forth trying to keep my relationship with him and all this mess. So you could imagine my surprise when he's making it seem like she's crazy and that no, she doesn't. That she keeps trying to keep him with her, and it started getting exhausting. And I was just like pissed off that night, yelling at him, screaming at him. I tore his shirt off. I threw a $200 drawing tablet at him. Drawing tablet I bought for him. All our love letters from high school, I threw at him. I was pissed. I didn't. I honestly told him I wish I would have cheated on you because there were so many people who wanted me, and I stayed with you. So basically, trying to keep my relationship together, I was just like, I'm over it. But part of me was still trying to fight for it. It was just like the words. He's so good with words. He's so articulate with words. For a guy who took so long to get his GED, yeah, I said it. Took so long to get his GED, and I don't. I'm not gonna never bash anybody, but he had so many chances and resources. It wasn't even funny. I was basically making more than him at this point. So that was the whole summer of 2018. Then my birthday's in September. The week in August, he was supposed to come with me to my kid's teacher parent it wasn't even a teacher parent conference. It was a meet and greet. He said he was sick. So that was like what, August 20, 27th ish. My birthday is on the 3rd of September. So the the 4 days. I don't want to say it was that Thursday. My birthday was on that Monday. He married her that same Thursday, before my 26th birthday, and I was pissed because he called me. First he said, "Hey, you're going to be pissed off." I'm like, "You impregnated her, didn't you?" And he's like, "No, we got married." I'm like, all these years, all these years, all the being made fun of, being criticized, being judged by, being with you. You decided to marry this girl. I was pissed off. So and he was like, "I'm gonna wait to tell everybody within a year." I said, "I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tell everybody." I told family members, I told friends, I told everybody he married her, and we were still together at the time. So officially, we didn't break up until he got married. So that Monday came, and that's my birthday. The same morning of my birthday, I had another girl text me saying, "Hey, I'm so sorry, for, this and that and this and that." And I'm like, "Who is this?" And she said, "This is," I'm not going to even say his name, "This is blank's ex." I'm like, "Ex?" I'm like, "Yeah, we were together for 3 years." So I'm like, "This is a girl he met in Newport News that he was supposed to be friends with." So I told him we were still together at that time. And she didn't know. Because he told her he bought a pair of shoes. She found my number from a Payless receipt when I had bought my kids some shoes. Remember Payless? But yeah, she found my number to contact me through a Payless receipt that he claimed he bought the kids shoes with. He didn't buy those shoes. I bought those shoes. Throughout the course of our relationship, I was the breadwinner. I was the provider. I was the leader. I don't know about protect. I was protector. I was basically the man and the woman in a relationship. You might as well say we were common law married, but at the same time, I'm a single married woman. So, and I know somebody's going to be judging, like, why'd you stay with him? And I found like he cheated on me for all these years, 10 years together. He even had a baby on me. And you could say that we were taking a break, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting him to have a baby. So my ex has 5 kids in total. My 2 kids are his first 2 kids, my son and my daughter, his first son and daughter. So this whole thing not only messed me up, it did something with our kids because it confused everybody. It confused my mom. It confused his family, my family. It confused everybody. And he couldn't say nothing. He was like, "I'm just going to remain silent." Like that's supposed to help. But I realized at that time, after leaving him alone, and even though his wife, or I don't know what their relationship status is still, like his wife tried to sue me like years later, like a couple years ago, for slander and harassment of things I didn't even say. Turns out it was other family members who said it, but another story time. All that drama, all that stress was not worth it because he did not protect me, and he sure didn't protect our kids from the situation. And that's why I realized I settled for less, and I will never do it again. I always been a girl that guys would tease. Guys would see a big chested girl and just be like, they'll be teasing you, or so-called flirting. You'll be like, "Oh, I'm not dating her. I don't like her. Why you tell her I like her?" And it was terrible. The bullying was bad. But thinking I fell in love with this guy in high school, and this is what everybody was doing, stump the yard and all this stuff. So Imagine, no, being everybody called him Chris Brown because of his dance moves. He was so, he wasn't a bad dancer. He was good with his moves. Everybody was like Chris Breezy. It was just like this whole dance revolution type of thing in high school because all these dance movies and competition shows were coming out. So he was on the trend with that. He could have made it somewhere. He's a talented guy. He just irresponsible and he got an arrogance to him. And I will be honest about everything. I should have not been such a pick me about it. And I was a pick me about my own relationship. Because no matter how much, and I knew there were times he was cheating on me. And I still was like, well, he's going to come back to me. So it's whatever. Because at that point, I was like, I'd rather just deal with him than deal with a new evil that's going to hurt me in a whole new way. And over time, even I just got sick of it. Got so sick of it. At 26 years old, I was just like, I can't keep dealing with this. I'm going to be 32 this year. So imagine how long that took. It took 7 years. No, it took even less than that. Like I realized a couple years ago that I was on my 30th birthday that I didn't need him. He was holding me back, and that's nothing to say against anybody. But I would never put myself in a position to be hurt again. I will block you. I will ghost you before I even get that chance. I know that's toxic, but there's too many guys who are infatuated with me, but they never been in love with me. So yeah, he cheated on me with multiple women, had a baby on me, got married on me, had another baby. He had 2 kids by the wife, and I don't even know he's taking care of those kids. He has 5 kids in total. My kids are preteens. My son will be 13 and my daughter will be 12. It has been an emotional roller coaster, but I had got my associate's degree and my certification in medical assisting, went back to school, got my bachelor's degree, salutatorian, salutatorian, and I'm trying to figure out now when to go back for my master's. Probably the beginning of the year, or probably the beginning of next year, or the end of next year, somewhere around that area. But I am constantly upgrading. I'm trying to be the best person I can be, the best me I can be, because I'm all my kids got. So if you want some more, there's some more details, but I can only make such a long video about it. So if y'all wanted me to make a part 2 or something, let me know about might make a story time. No, if enough people want to, it is what it is. But I've been holding that for so long. But it's like people's like, you've never been healed. I'm like, it's still like, I guess it's not a grief, but it's just like, whew. And if I had stayed with him, it would have been 17 years together. And because it's basically after our 10-year anniversary that, or in 2018, that everything had happened and we were no longer together. Not to say that I'm not healed, but I am reflecting a lot about my past and what I can accept, what I will accept, and what I won't accept. And I won't accept someone hurting me. I don't care how good of a job you have. I don't care how great of a person you are to others. You can't treat me right. You can't love me right. I don't want it. Because I put too much energy and efforts into people, and I don't get that. I don't get that back. So I hope you guys have a great Friday. I hope everything works out for you. Right now, there's a hurricane and tornado warnings and all that stuff. I'm thankfully not in that zone area. I'm close to the zone area from yesterday because I'm near Suffolk, but I am thankfully it hasn't gotten over here. So, with that being said, y'all, if y'all in the area, stay safe. If y'all not, I hope you have a great rest of your day and be safe as well.